There may be spoilers ahead. Welcome to my episode review of The Magician's Apprentice by Stephen Moffat, episode 1 of series 9 of Doctor Who. This will be a new feature on my YouTube channel. Every week I will review each episode of Doctor Who that we've seen. Let's start off with the titles for series 9. We're keeping the blue tint on the cogs section that we saw last Christmas, which I quite like, I suppose. The episode itself starts where the Doctor's meditation left off. We're on the battlefield. Now, this is a battle we don't know of, but there are hand mines. These are creatures with eyes on their hands, and if one touches you and you move, like a mine, you don't explode, you get sucked into the ground. It's very interesting. There's a child stuck on the battlefield, and the Doctor is trying to save him. He's trying to convince him to come towards him, but just very carefully, I suppose. Unfortunately, this child is Davros. Now, if you follow the Doctor Who news that goes on in the filming time, you will have known that Davros was going to be a young person at some point in the series, so this didn't come as much of a shock, but I did really enjoy the reveal. Now, I felt that this episode was returning places, for instance the Moldavarian, first time since series 5, where we saw Colony Sark for the first time. We're not quite sure what he was then. We also returned to the Shadow Proclamation, which is the Outer Space Police, and we got to see the Jadoon again, which was good. Unfortunately, I didn't screenshot that. And we got to go back to Khan again. Now, Khan has featured quite a lot in the recent mini-episodes and such. For instance, The Night of the Doctor and prequel. It wasn't named. We also returned to a place where Davros was kept. Now, it was really good to see Davros in his Series 4 form. Meanwhile, back on Earth, #planes have stopped. Yep, the skies of planet Earth are frozen, and Clara has been called to UNIT to help them sort it out, because they can't contact the Doctor. So she arrives at the Tower of London, which is Kate Stewart's office. As we know, we've returned there for the first time since the Day of the Doctor, and Kate Stewart back after her little escapade at the end of the last series. Her and Clara are discussing what's going on, and then a message comes through, and I really enjoyed this scene. You so fine. But what could it mean? Well, it means this. Hey Missy, you so fine, you blow my mind, hey. Well, of course, it's Missy. Missy's back, and which is quite a surprise, as we thought she was dead. Well, sort of. And today she's going to be talking to us through Square Window. That scene was hilarious. I literally laughed my face off. Okay, maybe not literally. Anyway, Clara arrives at the location where Missy is, which is quite warm, apparently, according to Missy, and they sit down for a little chat. The Doctor's gone missing, not even Missy can find him, but the Doctor has left her his confession dial, and then they have the discussion about Missy turning good, and no, she has not turned good. And she starts vaporising people, which sets everybody on edge, really. So once Missy has convinced Clara that she's not good, but she still wants the Doctor back, they sit and chat. They talk it through, and they try to locate the Doctor using UNIT's help. We get little hints as to where he is, maybe 1138 AD. So they teleport using their vortex manipulators, not quite sure where Clara's came from, but never mind. And we get to see Bors again for the first time since the Doctor's meditation. In my list of big entrances, this one came first, just before Santa's entrance in Last Christmas. This was a fantastic way to bring the Doctor into the story, on a tank, playing guitar, rocking out in medieval Britain. Essex, to be precise. And it was really good, because I think Peter Capaldi was actually playing, I'm not sure, but he's just fantastic, and he plays Pretty Woman. That was good. And then Clara comes down and they do the hugging thing, and then the wicked stepmother came in, and Missy's entrance was really funny as well. Now, I thought the reveal to what Colony Sark was very well done. A snake wrapped around Bors' throat comes off of Bors' throat and goes under the cape of Colony Sark, who soon unravels. to become a giant flippin' snake. That was really good and really clever and really original. We've not seen anything like that, and nobody saw that coming, I don't think. Everybody thought it just had elastic bands wrapped around his face. And the line about Davros being the Doctor's archenemy and Missy gets quite upset about it, that was quite funny. I quite enjoyed that bit as well. I think the scene where Bors is revealed to be a Dalek puppet was also a big shock to everybody. Nobody saw that one coming, not even me. And of course, Dalek word of the day that day was procured. I thought the Doctor summing up who Davros was done really well, just sort of as a catch-up, just in case this is anybody's first episode. They did it really well, and we found Davros here, in a little space station. Missy rocking back and forth singing like an insane person fitted her character perfectly, and then after the Doctor's gone, her trying to kill herself and Clara, which she's not, was really good as well. The scene where the Doctor and Davros come face to face in I think 7 years was really good, with Davros approving of the Doctor's new older face. It was very interesting. Likewise to the scene where Missy and Clara step out of the space station to reveal that it's actually a planet. And I think a lot of people had forgotten that we'd sort of seen Skaro in the trailer. But no, maybe the planet was going to be later on, but we didn't expect it to be invisible. That was quite a clever reveal. And here it is. Clara in front of Skaro was really good. And the CGI was terrific in this scene. I really enjoyed that bit. As you can see here, the scale of Skaro, and the first Dalek we see in this episode is of course a 1960s classic Dalek. I really liked that. That was brilliant. I mean, it's like, you don't just destroy, like, the original. You wouldn't destroy Adam and Eve, would you? They're the original people. Oh look, there's the TARDIS that has been procured! What I really liked about the procured scene was that the Daleks had a sense of victory. After going, procure the TARDIS, procure the TARDIS, procure the TARDIS, they then go, the TARDIS has been procured. That was really good. We all knew when the Doctor was going, no Missy, don't Missy, that she was obviously going to die, but we were all still on edge at this point, and we know that Clara's going to be next. And I didn't screenshot Clara's death because it all happened very quickly. Now, whether that's her actual death or not is another thing altogether. It might be, it might not be. Whether they'll find that she's alive or whether they'll just go back to before any of this happened, we don't know. The TARDIS, for the first time we see it in the episode, it's being destroyed. And the Doctor, will he show mercy or will he kill Bubby Davros, as people are calling him? Which, fine. It was a really good episode, and I'm really happy that they made it into a two-parter as opposed to one part. I don't think this episode would have done as well as a one-parter. The Magician's Apprentice sort of set up what's going to happen in tonight's episode. So, I'm looking forward to it even more. I like double episodes, and I'm sad that they haven't happened a lot recently, but here they are, back in full swing for almost an entire series. Is going to be 2 parts. This is a format I'm really looking forward to, as it's going back to the beginning, really, how they used to do episodes of Doctor Who. Well, thank you for watching, that's all from me, and see you next week for my next episode review.